All right. Hi, everybody. This is Andre Tipton, Taco Man 5000, founder and editor in chief. Let's get that straight. Of RealTacoGamer.com. This is ROGcast number 4. I don't, for those who know me, I don't think I've ever been this consistent on podcasts before. Now I have a reason to. Thank you, guys. Today we have James and Zoe. Go ahead and introduce yourselves again. Go ahead, James.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am James Kinsella, also known as Stark Wyvern or Stark Wyvern Gamer on Twitter. Ordinary game reviewer for Real Taco Gamer. That's it.
Go ahead, Zoe.
Hey everyone, Zoe here. I have no clue what to say. My mind just went totally blank. Yeah, writer with Real Otaku Gamer. Do my own stuff on the side. Yada yada yada. Usual routine for a gamer.
All right. Well, we're going to get into what's in your console. I can't do my Samuel L. Jackson thing right now. I just can't do it right now. Honestly, I guess I'll start. Super Mario Odyssey. There's really not a whole lot. I have not been playing really anything this week. Like hardly anything. Mario Odyssey's pretty much been it, and it's barely. Let me see. I played that for a little bit. Let me think. What else was I playing? A little bit of Breath of the Wild. Waiting for the champion amiibos to come in tomorrow. I can't wait. That's about it. That's really about it. I really haven't played anything else. Go ahead.
Who?
You guys go ahead. James, you guys go ahead.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go. Currently working on a review for Sonic Forces. Breath of the Wild still sitting in my Wii U. Hoping one day I'll actually finish the thing. And actually, right before the podcast, I was playing Little Samson.
Oh wow! I'm still trying to find a physical copy of that game.
Me too.
Yeah, I gave up. I'm pretty much giving up on retro games right now. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh no, I never give up. It's like they're out there somewhere. I'm willing to go look for them. That's actually it. I think I haven't really played anything else right now. Oh, we did beat Dead Island since last time.
Oh, you did? Really?
We did, and we both bitched through the whole ending.
I have not had a chance to yet. I gotta find some co-op partners to do that stuff with. But go ahead, James.
Okay. What am I playing? Super Mario Odyssey. I played a little Fire Emblem Warriors this week. I'm playing through the Phoenix Wright trilogy while I'm finishing up. Because I was almost at the I'm at the last trial in the second game, and I'm gonna do the third game because the Apollo Justice is coming out on the 21st. I'm playing a little bit of a Talomere and Octodad Deadliest Catch for reviews. Strange games. What else? That's about it, I think. I think that's it. Is that all I'm playing? Yeah. That's all I'm playing.
All right. We're kind of going off the cuff today a little bit. Okay, I forgot where this list came from. I was on Twitter and somebody goes, "Oh my God, somebody leaked the N64 Mini." I'm like, "This is not happening. Don't do this. No. And I came to find out
news.
I looked at it and went, "Wait a minute."
Really?
Yeah, leaking. Yeah, of course. Nobody does that. It's supposed to be leaked. I'm like, wait a minute, this is old. Hold on. I looked at it and I went back through my emails from, oh God, 5 years ago. It's like I had the same list. I was like, wait a minute, this is old. This is for the Wii U. This is for the Virtual Console. So they listed basically all the games that for the N64 that was on the Virtual Console for the Wii U. Mm-hmm. And I went, okay, here we go with this again. I don't know. I don't even know. I need to actually make it. I think I need to write an article about this. I think I need to write an article about this. Why there should not be an N64 Mini. I mean, it it really, to me, it really makes no sense. I mean, it would be fun. It would be okay. It would be fun if you. It'd be fun if you had a lot of people in your house, or you had a lot of people to come over, or something like that. And you want to do it, like a little party thing. I mean, now that I started thinking about it, so I think, okay, they could put 30 games on it.
Yeah.
But it would be every good game that's on the system.
But is that really a bad thing? I don't know.
I don't think it's a. I don't know.
But what's
I don't
wrong
think it's a
with
bad
that,
thing.
though?
I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just I don't know if it's.
The biggest problem with doing an N64 Mini, I think, is going to come down to the controller, because even amongst the retro circles out there, it's a very polarizing topic. You either like the controller or you hate it.
Right.
And I don't think, given Nintendo's previous records as of late of different controllers, I don't think that controller is going to fly anymore.
Oh no.
It's like it really didn't when it existed.
Well, they don't. Okay, but like they can have the system and not have the controller. I mean, I'm sure
it wouldn't work though. See, that's the problem. That's the problem with it. That's the thing about the NES and the Super NES Mini. It's basically like the original console, except it's just smaller, and you have the games. You have to have those controllers. I mean, there's no.
Yeah.
It would not fly. And the thing about it is, you'd probably have to have 4 of them unless you offered extra controllers, which we know that whole trend with the NES Mini, that didn't last. I mean, those things ended up being more than the console, basically. It was weird. And I mean, I've seen the NES Mini controller, the official ones from Nintendo, the day it came out. That was it. I have not seen them since.
And you probably won't.
No, you won't. It's crazy. I just don't think it'll. It's just too much. I mean, you'd have to. I mean, if you didn't have 4 controllers, you'd have to put 4 in the box.
I don't think they would ever do that, though.
I don't think they would do that.
They only. I think at the most, when the 64 was even around, they only ever put 2.
Yeah, I don't think they ever. Yeah, I think the most they did was 2, and 2. No, actually, they did. It was 1 that came with it. There was the purple system had an extra one.
Yeah, I had the one that actually came with the spare purple.
The atomic
controller.
purple. The atomic purple one was the one that had to. So you'd have to throw 2 controllers in there. They had to manufacture them first. There's some third-party ones out there that were really, really crappy. They were terrible, but they cost a lot of money. They cost like $40, but they were cheap and crappy for the Wii U and for the Wii U and the Wii, and I was like, what? I just don't. That controller would not fly today.
No, not at all.
Even for nostalgia's sake. So that's why I'm just like, this NES. I mean, you got your 2 most popular systems, besides the Wii, which you don't even need to worry about. You have your. I just think that's fine. Just, the virtual console is supposed to be out soon. So I don't know when. They told me earlier this year, and that all didn't fall through. I think they're working on making it. Well, I know they're working with Hamster. Ooh, crap. Never mind. Ooh. Oh, damn.
Little Men in Black moment. Everyone stare at the light.
Holy, yeah. Scratch that. They're working on getting some companies. They're working on some companies getting. What they want to do is, when they launch Virtual Console, to have so many games ready to go that you're going to be like, oh, what am I going to do? You got so many games to come out. I mean, they're going to chock this thing full of content. It's going to be ridiculous.
Well, particularly,
they made us wait.
I mean, you're gonna have to. I mean, I'm telling people now, just when the Virtual Console gets announced, just get ready to go ahead and buy another SD card. Because if you want everything, it's gonna be crazy. It's one of those things. I don't think they should have it. I don't think they should do it. I think they should stop with the Super Nintendo, let that go. And that's let's do a GameCube Mini. Okay, slow down, people, slow down.
Well, the thing is, if they're smart. I mean, what kills me at this point, I think you nailed it already with the NES Mini. It's like, why can't we just have the controls?
Yeah,
Give us those controllers. Like I didn't give two craps about the NES Mini because I own a ton of games.
right,
But I would have loved to have either the NES or the SNES controller for the Wii U.
right. I mean, and there's
But
you
of
can
course, we never got them.
there's there's third party ones you can buy. I think who made I think Hori made one for the Wii U,
Yeah,
and
but
it
the
was
problem
really
is
good.
third party hardware rarely is reliable long term.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I kind of wish they would have made some more. I mean, I don't want to have to pay on eBay for the Club Nintendo controllers from England, from Europe that they brought out that they
Mhm.
had. They were like you had to pay like I think like $100. I think I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while since I looked at it. It's just I would love to have that stuff. I mean, I still play my Wii U all the time. So I mean, I still have Breath of the Wild on the Wii U.
Oh hell yeah!
Um, and we were talking about me and some friends of mine were talking about that the other day. Well, I didn't get the. I think Jessica found this out from somewhere. She was talking to somebody at Nintendo, and apparently the Wii was supposed to be discontinued instead of the Wii U. Like, when they announced, oh, well, we're going to stop production on the Wii U. Well, they stopped production on the Wii a couple of years ago, but they're going to like stop all the support for it.
Mhm.
And the person who was talking about it actually said Wii U instead of Wii. And then and then Nintendo went, oh, okay, well, we'll just run with it. And we're like, wait a minute. I mean, I know people who are looking for a Wii U right now. And I'm like, good luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say down the road, I'm gonna see about 5-10 years. The Wii U is gonna be looked back at as a highly underestimated system.
Right.
It's
That's
like,
why
yeah,
I went on a collecting spree. So I went and bought the only thing I don't have, the only thing I don't have, the only game I don't have now for the Wii U right now that I want to get that's rare is the Hello Kitty racing game.
mhm.
That game's $150.
Yeah, that's a hard one to get.
That game's $150 right now.
Mhm.
The Turbo game, which is like $70, and the Crudes. They made a Crudes game, which I remember coming
They
out.
did.
That game is going up in price like crazy. And I mean, I got my NBA 2K13s. A lot of the games I bought because I was fans of the games anyway, so I already had most of them. Like, I had Game and
Mhm.
Watch, all that stuff. But I mean, I refuse to do with the Wii U I mean, with the Saturn, I had a mishap. All my stuff got stolen, but I had a insane Saturn collection. Like, it was people were
Mhm.
impressed by it. It was weird. Because at the time when those games were getting clearanced out, me and my friends in Tennessee would go. Walmart had all these Saturn games, and they were all like $5, and you were getting like all this crazy. You're getting like Marvel superheroes and Albert Odyssey and
Mhm.
all these games for like $5. So we went around to like there's like 6 different Walmarts near us. So we went to every Walmart and bought up every Saturn game we could find. Well, we didn't buy extras. We bought extras for us. We didn't like hoard them all or anything.
Yeah.
But we went around and bought a bunch, and our collections were fat. It was ridiculous. And the Japanese games, we just bought the Japanese games like crazy. Um, but now, since everything got stolen, I'm trying to rebuild my collection. Uh, 2 years ago, I was on eBay. I said, you know what? There's a copy of Burning Rangers, which is my favorite Saturn game. 65 bucks. I'll pay that. And I never got around to doing it. I looked at it last year. It was $100. I was like, man, this game's going up. Man, I don't want to pay $100, and I just didn't do it. I looked at it today. It's $500,
Wow.
and I'm like, but every game that is worth its weight for the Saturn is way over $200
And
easily.
again, that goes into a much bigger issue involving retro collecting that I know a lot of people say that there's never going to be a bubble burst on it, but
It's not bursting. They can forget that. Me and oh god,
I don't know. I don't know because
I think we've talked about it. I think I've talked to Sean Long and Nintendo Enthusiast about it. I've talked to Level Headed Gamer. I've talked to Alpha Omega Sin about it. We've all talked about all the guys in the game. I talked Heavy Metal Jesus. I've all asked them. I was like, "What do you guys think?" I mean, Patrick Scott Peterson. What do you think this is going to burst? And most of them have said, "Yeah." And I'm like, it's like this is going on like 5 years, and this bubble has not burst. Actually, it's gotten worse.
Yeah, but the thing is you're looking at different generations coming into it. Because I remember when I really started getting hardcore, and I know this is kind of off topic, when I started hardcore actually getting into games, like not just Nintendo, because I was after the ones from my youth and whatnot.
Right.
But it's like I kind of went. It's like I went for everything. It's like if I found a PlayStation game that looked good, I got it.
Right.
Like, but there's only going to be so many people through life who are going to want to collect these things. And they're not going to want to pay the prices.
Right.
It's like, what was that? I think Pat Contry was talking about probably about 2 years ago where they found a bunch of unopened stadium events for the NES. And the guy...
I heard about that.
Yeah, and instead of actually throwing them on eBay for the prices that everyone else wanted, he started actually taking polls for like who was actually going to get it, who was going to try to resell it. He was weeding through the people who were just basically garbage.
Right.
And that I think is part of the bigger problem. It's like we just deal with this inflation because guess what? We're gamers. We have to. But I don't think that's going to last forever.
I don't know. I mean, it's and that's the thing. I've been a collector for ever since I started playing games. I've been collecting for years, and the only thing I haven't done is I haven't gone around to a lot of the retro gaming conventions, which I'm trying to go to the one in Minnesota this May with Trickman Terry. And I mean, when I used to go, you'd find some decent deals on stuff. You'd go in there. I mean, you could go in there. I mean, you could literally go to one of these like I remember retro gaming in Seattle, like the 3rd or 4th year they did that. I went in there with like $200, and I came back with a ton of stuff.
Oh yeah.
It was like but now I mean it's I've even asked them. I said, "Do you guys think it's the YouTuber thing where when every time a lot of these friends of mine they get up and do videos, when they say I'm going to do a new video, I go, what's the topic? What games are you talking about so I can go get them right now?
Yeah.
Because as soon as you say something, they're going to go through the roof. But
and that particularly happened the most with I remember that was a huge topic again about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Regarding the angry video game nerd.
Yeah.
Whenever he would show a game, no matter how bad it was, I mean, for crying out loud, Superman 64, thanks to him, went up to over, and I dare say over $10 is a bad thing.
Oh, no.
But when you got a paperweight as $10, it's like you start wondering, it's like, why?
And see, I don't know. Okay. Dad, I'm going to give you guys a little tip. Everybody who's listening. Okay. If you're trying to collect games and you're not in Japan
or Texas, apparently.
Texas. Oh my God. Anything Sega.
Yeah.
Anything Sega. I don't care what it is. Anything Sega is worth collecting now. Because in Japan, everything Sega has gone through the roof. I used to be able to get on and buy Game Gear games, Japanese Game Gear games, for like $2 or $3. I could get eSWAT for Game Gear for $4, maybe. The Coca-Cola Kid was kind of a different game, maybe $10. But most games are like 10. The highest you'd pay for a game would be $20. Now you get like Sonic 2 in Japan is like $10, and Sonic 2 is as common as they come, and it's like $10. And you get into the role-playing games, you're talking $40, $50. And let's not even get into Mega Drive. Mega Drive games have gone. It's ridiculous. Okay, my favorite Mega Drive game is the Devil Hunter Yoko. The game based on the anime. It's the perfect. It's the best.
Okay.
It's the non-Castlevania game for the Genesis. It's so awesome. I used to buy that. I used to be able to get that game. I'll look on eBay or something. I'd buy the game. It'd be like 40, 50 bucks. At the most, it's complete from Japan, maybe 70. Now it's 150 bucks. I mean, Sega stuff. I mean, Saturn stuff's already going to be crazy anyway, but everything Sega has gone bananas. Nintendo stuff's always been high. If you really want to get into collecting games now, original Xbox is a really good starter. You can get a lot of those games really cheap. There's some really rare gems in there there's some games that are rare that you can buy really cheap. That's a good start. PS1 has come back. It's coming back around, but anything Nintendo's is going to be ridiculous. It's not ridiculous, but it never goes down in price. I mean, you can start with N64. Some of the stuff hasn't gone too outrageous yet, but yeah, it's. I mean, if they did an N64 mini, those games would go up in high. Those games would go up in value. I mean, you should be able to. You should not pay over $30 for a copy of Ocarina of Time for N64 right now, but you're going to because it's the way the market is. You're almost paying full price now, which is insane. I just think that's I don't know. And everything's, if you can look on eBay, everything Nintendo was rare. So be prepared for that. It could be, I don't know what it could be. I can think of a really crappy a Super Nintendo game. Can't think of one right now. I know there's a bunch, but I can't think of anything right now. I don't want to offend anybody by saying it either. You could go into as far as Mario is missing. Okay, we'll say that game, used to be, you could buy that game for like 10, 15 bucks. That game is like $40. And it's not even complete. It's just a cart. And it's just, you just got to be careful. It's just follow the trends. Don't stay away from YouTube. I mean, you can watch YouTube to see what's hot, whatever, but kind of watch the trends. The stuff that nobody's talking about that's usually the stuff you need to pick up because it'll come back around. And I was really hoping that Xbox would come back around with the announcement of the Xbox One X and all the Xbox originals that are on there. And yeah, that list was kind of, that list I wasn't impressed with that list. I was like, it's cool. It's cool that they're there, but I was like, yeah, they could have added like 3 more games to start out with, but whatever. You know what? Since we're talking about kind of retro stuff, you want to get into the PlayStation trophy thing, Zoe? Since you know more about it than I do. I wasn't really paying attention to it, so. Did you hear me? Are you there? Oh, I think did we lose you?
Looks like we lost her.
I think we lost her. Okay. I think she can come back in. Let me see. Let me get her. I'll see if I can get her back. Well, let's just get into what we're talking about in the chat today. What you guys were talking about. I wasn't there, but well, I'm trying to find my topics. Where my topics go? Well, okay. Well, let's do this. I'll get into this. I got an email from Rockstar today. We're real good. We're real close to Rockstar. So they sent us the Nintendo Switch trailer for L.A. Noire.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I posted it up today. And then I posted it up, and somebody said, well. Oh, well, first of all, let me tell you about the trailer about the L.A. Noire, the version for L.A. Noire for the Switch. It is the complete edition. It's going to have every piece of DLC that ever came out for that game. The graphics are retooled.
Big download though.
It's a big download. Oh, it's a big download.
16 gigabytes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big download. Even the original game was about that much. So it's got all the DLC. They've added a new some over the shoulder modes. But all the versions have these modes, but the Switch version has touchscreen controls for the different parts of the game. As Joy-Con support, so you can actually take your Joy-Cons out, just use those.
Oh, that's cool.
And let me think of the other. There's some more different. Oh, it has Rumble. The HD Rumble features are really good. I think the Rumble really works when you're being interrogated, when you're interrogating someone. So
Okay,
that
cool.
helps out. I think Zoe just popped back in. I think she got cut out. I don't know, but well, let me see. Okay, I don't know yet. I have to figure out. I'm gonna see what's going on. But yeah, the Switch version looks like it's gonna be the one, maybe the one to get.
Yeah.
So I hope. I mean, I think we might be getting it, but I hope so. If you're not, I'm buying it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I think Zoe got kicked out, so I have to add her back. But yeah, that's somebody online was like, "Oh, way to go, Nintendo, to pick up to fight for an old game or something like that." I was like, no, Rockstar wanted to do this. Rockstar's trying to redo this game. I hope there's a sequel. That would be really nice. I would like to see that, but who knows? Let me get her back in here. You ready for it? Are you ready for it, James? Are you there? Did I lose? Hello?
Hold on. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
sorry
here.
about that. All right.
It's okay.
Are you ready for LA Noire?
Yeah, I think it looks. I mean, yeah.
Did you play the original?
I actually did not play the original.
Man, that's
yeah.
it's killer. It's killer.
I mean,
So,
I like the whole thing. I mean, noir is always so cool.
yeah, it's
I did remember watching. Who was it? That guy? He's that British guy. He talks about Nintendo games. Lovely people. Lovely people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
think
was.
yeah.
Yeah, because he was talking about it because it was like the first day or whatever that they announced. He was like, "Well, the game is it's coming out, and Nintendo offers the 32 gigabyte card, and it's crazy that there's this big download for the game." I mean, it is kind of crazy that they didn't want to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know
I
why
mean,
it was
really,
so big.
like 16 gigabytes. I mean, that's some people aren't really like so excited about buying the game to down. Especially with no saves. Like you can't save your data if you want to like delete the game. For later, so you have more space. It's kind of like.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, because they don't have that. They don't have that feature yet. You can't
hopefully,
if you delete the game. You're not going to have your data. So people are like,
hopefully they'll fix that, because that'll be something cool to have.
Because he was because I remember it was like really early in the morning. He here, and he was just like online saying, "Oh, I'm downloading the game, and it's 16 gigabytes, and it's crazy." It's like, well, that is.
No, it is what it is.
like Breath of the Wild. I mean, you put the cartridge in, and it's like 500. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's.
Well, I don't know. I hope they. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I mean, I know they're doing the flash. The cards go up to 2 gig. No, 2 gig. My 2 gig. Anyway, 2 terabytes.
2 terabytes. Yeah.
And I hope they support that. The only thing I don't like. I think that I was going to get a 200 gig SD card. And I got it from Newegg when the Switch came out, and I got it, popped it in, and it didn't work. And I went, okay, I'm not gonna try this. So we got 128 gig. I think I got like 60%. I got a lot of games. I think I got like 60% of space left.
Yeah, I just got my 28. So
yeah, I'm like, how is that gonna work? I hope they send me. I hope we get the card instead of the code. Because I'd rather have the cart, because that'd be a lot. That would be an extreme amount. Okay, so
yeah,
right.
It's more than 10% of your 128. So
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Especially with no cloud saves. Nothing that you can like.
I don't know if Nintendo's gonna. They need to hurry up with this service. I don't know what they're doing, but
They really do. I mean, come on, 3DS has it. Crazy.
These games are getting way too. I think they're really trying to figure this out. I think they didn't realize it was going to be as big as it was. I think.
I wish they also need to upgrade that. Like the amount of time. Like I'm really like we're really into the game. Because I use the feature on the 3DS all the time, and it's like.
Oh, the download later.
Yeah, it's like.
You play the game,
like when you're playing the game, it's you play the game 11 days on the Switch. For it to even tell you. Oh, okay. Well, 11 days. That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, the demo limits. That kills me.
Yeah. So much.
I'm glad they don't do that. Well, they don't do that anymore. I don't think they do. I'm still waiting on my DS. I can wait for my DS to come back. My buddy's repairing it, so I'm waiting for it to fix out because my DS is out of warranty. So, let's get into EA acquires Respawn, or there's rumors that they're acquiring them. I don't know if it's official yet. I need to actually check that to see if it is official.
You should check that. Yeah.
I need to double check that because it's supposed to.
Don't want to be so gung ho about it and find out it's wrong.
I don't know. I just. I just say it's bound to happen. It was. Because it's it's just I don't know about that. It's just it's a good. I like a Titanfall was awesome. I love Titanfall, but unless they're getting ready to do a new IP, which I understand that completely.
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh, so it actually is. I guess it is true.
Wow. Well,
as far as Ars Technica says.
All right.
Wow, $455 million.
That's a big purchase there.
That's weird. Okay, so a third-party company buys another third-party company, but we can't get Microsoft to buy. Anyway. Anyway. I don't want to get into Microsoft right now. What do you think about this?
I don't know. I think it's always good, kind of, when companies get other companies that have games that would fit their agenda. So I'm
trying to figure out why they. I don't know. I don't know why. I need to ask somebody. So they shut down Visceral like almost a month ago, and then they acquire Respawn. Interesting. I want to know what this means. Oh, hey, awesome!
Managed to get back.
That's cool. I don't know how that. Well, if you got it, how you got back in, but then I don't know how Jonathan can't get back in. I don't know what happened. We're talking about the EA, the Respawn thing right now.
Yeah, I saw.
What are you thinking about that?
Titanfall is right up their alley. Beyond that, I wouldn't be surprised because again, it's what has Respawn done besides that? I think weren't they at one point actually weren't they Call of Duty work? Didn't they do work on that at one point?
Yeah, they did. I think they did World at War. Let me double check. I was just looking at that. They did. Well, okay. What happened was, that's what it was. Infinity Ward, and then I think Robert left Infinity Ward and started Respawn, and then they were still working on Call of Duty stuff. So they did a bunch of different stuff. So yeah, it's kind of. I kind of want to see what this means. I don't think they don't do it with Call of Duty anymore. So it's.
Well, no, but the thing is they haven't done anything else, and they do exactly what EA likes to do. So until they try to venture off and actually create something different, they're going to be safe. But
right.
Most likely, worst case scenario, we start seeing new Titanfalls like every other year.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the thing I did want to talk about. I found out today, I need to really look into that there's a chance that EA, since we're talking about EA, are not going to release the sports games every year.
Interesting.
I mean, look
I
at
would
that.
actually be surprised to see if that was true.
That's something there's something they're talking about not doing it every year. I forgot. I think this is it right here. Um, yeah, they're thinking about not doing releasing a sports. It's just not doing a sports game every year. Actually, Bloomberg interviewed Andrew Wilson, and he was like, "Is there's a world where it gets easier and easier to move that code around, where we may not need to do we may not have to do an annual release. We can really think about those games as a 365-day live service." Oh.
Are you serious? Oh my god. I'm reading the same thing right as you said it, and it's like
That's hilarious. Okay. That would
they're going to
wow.
turn the sports games into subscription services.
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
Well, I guess that gets away with the fact that they use the same models and just reskin them every time.
Yeah,
I know.
but it's okay.
That's
just when you think EA is doing something nice, you find out they're standing in shit.
Of course
well, let's not jump the gun. Let's not jump the gun.
Okay.
Wow, that's
you can be optimistic. It's EA.
You're getting a live reaction. You're getting a live reaction from this. So basically, it's gonna turn into like I don't know. This might be a good thing. This might be a good thing. This might be a good thing. If they turn it into something like, like this article says, if it turns into like like a League of Legends or Overwatch, Dota or Underground player, Battlegrounds.
Okay.
That might be a thing instead of because I could see them really milking gamers for this though. That's
here. I don't know which one you're reading. I'm on Engadget.
I'm on SB Nation.
Instead of buying FIFA or Madden every year, you might pay a regular fee or download content to keep it relevant. So basically, it's almost the idea of, I'm trying to think. Actually, I don't really know anyone who's got this model. This kind of reminds me of what Adobe and now Microsoft do with like their Office program.
Right. But you get like a license.
Yeah, it's pretty much a rental license. Which I guess works because sports players, they return them every year to get the new version. I guess that's a thing, but
yeah, I mean it makes sense, but I just I don't know about that. That's well, you know what? No, you know what? If it keeps you from see, that's the thing though. If you keep, I keep going back and forth because hey, you don't have to buy you have to buy the game every year, but you have to
depends on the license price.
You have to pay to keep playing this game or update
that's just it. Are you looking at like a yearly subscription fee? Is there are you going to do kind of like a Yeah. Well, on top of it, like with modern games right now, we have the whole concept of you buy the core game for $60, then you get like season passes for $25 to $30. So is it going to be something like that, or are we going to get rid of the
game later? The complete edition. If it's like a really good game. Like,
but see, but they wouldn't do that. But see, I don't think they might not do that with this. Not with the sports game, they wouldn't do that though. Which
no.
See, with the sports, yeah, I don't know.
It just seems like a way to say it's ours.
Man, I don't know. I mean, it looks it might be. You know what? Actually, it's probably going to work out for them.
Oh, it'll work great for them.
You don't have to manufacture.
In fact, you actually
that stuff, and it might just be a digital thing. Everything's pretty much going digital anyway. It might be a good idea.
It could be. I mean,
I'm kind of. I'm not really this big sports gamer anyway. I do like occasionally get into like the 2Ks or whatever. I get those occasionally. I used to play them a lot, but I don't anymore. It just got too much. It was just, I mean, it was too much 15 years ago for me. I mean,
but the thing is, right now, it's funny to realize because isn't FIFA in court right now? Aren't they in trouble for wasn't like the last 3 years again? Just rescan code.
That's all it is. I mean, that's really all it is. Oh, okay. They do add a couple of new features every year, but that's about it.
Yeah.
That's really it. I hate to be that guy, but it just. I mean, even my friends who are diehard fans are like, yeah, it's the same thing, but they added this and they added this, and you got the cards and you got all this stuff. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So so basically they turned a sports game into a role playing game. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Makes sense. Makes sense. But I don't know.
I could see this working if they went with a free upfront, like a free download,
Right.
and then like you paid for like updates, or even like say they give you like 2 or 3 teams, and like if you want extra teams, you pay for the teams and whatnot.
Yeah.
Right.
I could see this totally working, but I
don't
mean,
think it's gonna work out for gamers though.
no, not at all.
No,
It's just weird because it's basically saying, I'm trying to wrap my mind around this because
it's hard.
They're still saying. Am I there?
Yeah, you're there. You're cutting in and out though.
Okay.
There we go.
No, what it's saying is a game has 365-day live service. So every year you basically get some form of a new one. So does that mean the $60 a year is being gone? I can't see EA getting rid of that.
No, I don't see that either. I don't know. Things are a little sketchy right now. It's just, it would be.
Well, there's not enough info.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll keep you posted. We'll see. I don't know. It's just, it's weird. It's just really weird. And it is weird.
Super weird.
But it does match EA.
It does, but I mean, I know they're trying. Well, that's the problem. I mean, the industry's trying to. They're trying. The industry used to be right on top, like right with technology companies. Like, so whatever new service is going on, gaming used to be right along with it. Now technology has surpassed the gaming, and we're trying to catch up. And it's like, the game companies are trying to catch up. It's just.
But the thing is this as well. I want to put a final thought forward on this one.
Go ahead.
And that's the idea that it seems, again, you kind of said it best, this really only benefits EA. It's like, yeah, the gamers had to go out every year and pay for a brand new copy of their game. They had to get whatever downloads they wanted. But it also, I guess, it's like the sports fans, I would assume, are probably trading in their old versions. It's not like other games where you generally tend to keep them. So It's like, it just is, God, it's just boggling.
It's mind blowing. It's just like, really?
It just seems like a digital push that, once again, doesn't need to happen.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like a relevancy thing. It's like we want to make sure we stay ahead of the curve and all that. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. This is something I touched on a couple weeks ago. Like it was talking about Ubisoft is kind of, they're like really like the Wii U. I mean, the Wii U, the Nintendo Switch software sales accounted for 19% of their profits, which is very good. And some companies are still trying to play catch up, but Ubisoft's pretty happy. So, and well, actually, one of my friends, he's playing Doom right now on the Switch. And we're still waiting on a copy. I don't know why we haven't gotten our copy yet, but okay. Not gonna hold it against you. He basically just came out and said that I don't understand. This game runs flawlessly. There's no hiccuping issues. It runs great. He said, I don't see why they can't put Assassin's Creed Origins on here. Which lets you know that the power. I mean, I know a lot of people who are playing Doom right now, and they're just like, "Oh my God, this is amazing." And I mean, you gotta jump on board, guys. I mean, if and then EA said this thing this week about, well, we're gonna wait to put games on the Switch till 2018, and I'm just like, you just don't have anything ready for it besides FIFA. And actually, FIFA did pretty well.
I don't know. With Ubisoft, it's kind of funny because, again, they were early adopters. In fact, they were like, I think if I remember correctly, the only AAA company who sided with the Wii U.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they suffered because of it, kind of. I mean, if you got it out there, you're not going to suffer that hard.
No.
So they might be being more apprehensive about it, but I mean, the writing is there as far as the Switch goes. It's like it sells, it's popular. Honestly, I wonder often about Ubisoft and their practices. Because again, we look back at their idea when they got the complaint that they couldn't do female characters. It's like, oh, we can't. Female physics is harder to handle than male physics. It's like, really? It's like, you've got a couple games with them. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I heard somebody say that, and I said, you better go call Itagaki. Itagaki knows.
No kidding.
Itagaki can tell you everything about the female game form. He can tell you everything. I said, it'll hit him up. He'll tell you. He'll show you how to do it. That's easy.
They're weird with their responses with things. They come across as kind of like, oh, we can't do it, or at the time we're not going to be able to pull it off. And then like 3 months later, they're going, oh, look what we did. It's like they almost expect you to be like, oh, they conquered the mountain. It's like, good for you. Put the game out.
That's I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm glad. Like I said, is anything, and then Squaresoft. Oh my God, I still use Squaresoft. Square Enix. Wow.
It kind of applies to them.
It still does. Square Enix said that they're aggressively going to pursue putting games on the Switch, which once again, they were kind of skittish at the beginning, and then they were like, "Hey, this thing sells like hotcakes. We might want to put something on it." I don't understand. You guys all have, every one of you, each of you third-party companies, you all have an R&D team.
Mm-hmm.
You all get, well, you might not have got the dev kit on time, but still. You got the dev kits. You got the dev kits. You could delve into this thing. You could always, Nintendo's always been an open book when it comes to developers. All you gotta do is call them. If somebody has an issue, you hit them up with an email. I don't know how to do this. Oh, we'll help you out with that. And they do that. But I don't know. That's maybe that's the old Nintendo. Maybe I don't know the Nintendo like I used to. Maybe it's not the same. Maybe they're buttholes. I don't know. But it just doesn't. Once again, you're trapped in development hell. You're trying your best to get something out for this console, and some of you guys are actually coming out. You're pulling it off. Well, okay. I do want to say something today. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I cannot remember when he passed away. Let me make sure. I'm trying to get the date right. I think it was the 7th. Yeah. Okay. I think it was the 7th. Yeah, he died November 7th. Was born on November 7th. Hiroshi Yamauchi from Nintendo. Basically was the god of Japan. That's what they called him back in the 80s or 90s, actually. I put it on Twitter. I said his birthday, and if you don't know who he is, look him up. Looking him up does not do him justice. When they say he single-handedly brought video games to Japan, they're not kidding. He's the great. I mean, he ran Nintendo forever. And he turned it from the toy company into the game company. And he is one of the shrewdest businessmen. He is the reason for a lot of guys having anxiety and stress, and besides the work week in Japan. He was the guy that basically, if he didn't like your product, you had to start over. He had nothing to do with your company. He did not own your company. But if he said your game was crap, and he didn't even play them. A lot of people didn't know that. He played, but he wasn't like Iwata. Iwata was a fan. Yamauchi was he understood the product, he understood the business, he understood what it makes it work. That's what he was about, making sure, I mean, if he was still alive, you would not have the Wii would have been a little different of an animal. You would not have had as much shovelware.
Oh God, no.
You wouldn't have had a third of the games.
Honestly, I think a lot of things might have been different. It's like we probably wouldn't have had that silly Nintendo 64 controller we were talking about. Honestly, probably not even the GameCube controller.
Well, he might. I don't know about the 64. I don't know. That was a little. That was the 64. He kind of like let Gunpei kind of go with that. He kind of let them like, yeah, okay, it works because it was the first analog stick. So
I know, but still, it's really surprising.
yeah, I don't know.
Especially when you realize the lifespan of those analog sticks.
Yeah.
The lifespan was putrid.
Yeah, I don't understand the cosmetics of it. I mean, it didn't make. I mean, all the ones I had worked up until actually like about a year ago. I had one that just stopped working completely. But that's the first one ever. That's the first party controller that I have ever had that ever just stopped working. Period. Just like stopped. The motherboard just.
Oh, I can't.
It just stopped. And I was like, oh, it's fried. Oh, it's done. Okay. Never had that happen before. I'm trying to think what would be different. Yeah, you would not have the shovel on the Wii. The Wii U would have been. The Wii U would have. I don't know if there'd be a Switch now. I don't think there would have been a Switch.
It's kind of hard to say, honestly.
I really don't.
Or maybe there would have been a Switch sooner.
See, if they would have kept like let's say the Wii, the Wii might have come out. Like I said, it would not have had to. I mean, you wouldn't have a third of the games though, and then.
Yeah, but then again,
the Wii U would not. The Wii U would probably be the Switch.
Probably, and in fact, actually thinking about it, we might not have even had. Let's say I'm going to push this one. Maybe we wouldn't have had the gimmick that was the GameCube, because in the end, the GameCube is the Wii. Maybe he would have just said, "Screw it, I don't know, go full on."
He could have, because he stopped right. He retired. He stepped down right around the time the GameCube.
Yeah.
Right before the GameCube, right after the GameCube came out. I don't know. I just remember my story with him was, I had back when I was a kid. I'm obsessed with Japanese culture. So when I figured out about when I found out about pen pals, I jumped all over that. So yeah, I still know 7 people that I have known for 20. Oh my God, they're almost 30 years. But one of my friends, Hatsumo, his uncle worked in Kyoto at Nintendo, and he's the only person I knew that's had anybody that had ties to any company in Japan, besides the people that actually worked there. And I was in high school. I was fresh out, just ready to graduate high school. I was 17. And they were looking for, a tester, and all you had to do, and their testers, in their QA department, this is how it used to be back. This is what they told me back in the day was, you had a room. Yamauchi stood behind a podium or something, in his office, like he had a window, and he was able to look at the screen. You had a table there. There was 5 screens. You had 5 consoles, 5 copies of whatever, and a copy of each game or whatever. So basically what he would do was, there's 5 games. You start playing those 5 games, and he would look at it. I think he could hear the music and stuff. Didn't play the game, but he just watched it. And you either got, hey, you're approved. We're gonna take you through the R&D department. They're gonna go through your game and blah blah blah. You'll be approved. Or he sent you home and told you your game was terrible and you need to start over.
Wow.
Or he would say, okay, that part's good. The rest of it's crap. Redo it. Not start over, but let's finish it. Redo it. And he would he literally sent like grown men like crying. He destroyed teams. Like teams were like, oh my God, what are we going to do? We spent 2 years on this game and we got to start over. Because he's just like, no. A lot of people just, he was that ruthless. That's why if it got to the Nintendo stamp of approval, it went through a vigorous training. It would do a vigorous, screening process. They played the crap out of this game.
And the thing is that's how it worked, and it worked really well for it.
And it worked.
Yeah,
I mean, it worked. People,
works.
People at other game companies feared this man. But he was respected, though. I mean, it wasn't like he wasn't a bully, but he didn't play. And especially with Nintendo, Nintendo, you couldn't know. Like the Virtual Boy, he basically was like, Gunpei, do what you're gonna do. Go ahead. I trust you. And that didn't work.
That was fun.
That didn't work. But it didn't work. But I mean, he was that. I also want to let people know, man. You really learn your history, man. Learn your history when you're talking about games. I mean, like I said, I wish this guy was still around. Gaming would not be the same. It would not be the same. They would not. I don't even know if they would do this mobile thing. Oh, that's a trick. Oh, I don't know.
Interesting.
He might. He was all up on he was up on the trends before the trends happened, which was funny. But he was an older guy. He really was like what I hear is really reserved. He really wasn't boisterous or nothing, but he did not play when it came to business. So I don't know. I don't know. What else? Any guys? Anything else you want to talk about?
Thought we were going to talk about the trophies for PlayStation.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Zoe.
Oh, okay. Well, the main thing that's going on, okay, everyone knows now that it's been announced you can use PlayStation trophies to accumulate small funds to basically count as like cash towards anything on the PlayStation Store. Bronze is nothing. Let me see if I can pull up what the actual worths were.
That was like 100 bronze for like 10 or something.
No, bronze isn't worth a thing.
Isn't?
Yeah.
Wow. It was like 10 platinums for like $10.
Oh my God. That's
crazy. It was insane pricing.
Yeah, it's like, oh man. 10 platinum trophies for $10. Okay.
And I think it's platinum. Yeah, platinum was 1,000. Gold, I believe, was 250.
Wow.
If I remember correctly.
And silver for like
silver like a
buck? 100 for silver.
Wow.
Roughly, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
But the worst part is hello. All right, there we are.
There you go.
But the kicker of the whole thing was, and this was something that I really was kind of shocked at, that none. Okay, I won't say none because I think GameSpot actually commented on it, and that is that none of the trophies you already have work.
Oh my God!
It's from the point you register that they start counting.
Oh gosh. And then you can like lose, then they go away and you can like register them again. So it's like
yeah. But it's a giant mess. And I laughed watching all the gaming sites were all like, oh, your trophies are worth something now. It's like, no, you guys all got that wrong, for one. But then it's like you start looking at like what they were actually worth. I actually was going through my friends list, seeing like who had how many points.
Right.
Out at about $6. Andre, I think you're actually about 4 or 5.
Oh, I probably have nothing. I don't think I have a single platinum trophy at all.
But that's the thing. I started laughing at it because hello. God,
yeah.
I think I need to replace my wire.
Oh.
But that's the thing that made me laugh was I'm sitting there going, I know because obviously you review games, I review games. This is everything I've accumulated since starting playing PlayStation 3 in 2009, 2010. So who's really going to be getting these points?
Or there's
somebody, who can actually...
There's somebody out there who's going to get like, who really is a completionist, they're going to...
Well, that's one. Absolutely. The completionists are going to have a field day with that.
I literally know about 25 trophy whores. And then you'll hear that they've got this game. Like you'll hear, oh, I got a Horizon Zero Dawn. What do you think? It's awesome. Oh, I just finally platinumed it. I'm like, really?
Just now?
Like, okay. No, I mean it's like, but I mean like that's the only thing. You don't hear anything else about the game until they platinum it. That's it.
But the funny part is,
that's it. Done.
Imagine how they're going to feel when they realize that all those platinum trophies they've worked on since the PS3 came out in 2004.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well, no,
I mean, trophies. You really can't. They can't be mad at that because they just started this, so it can't. They can't have it be retroactive. I mean, because
Why
that would
not?
be.
It's like platinum trophies are hard enough to get.
I
They
mean, that
are so hard.
yeah, but I mean, that would as a business model it wouldn't work because then you're
Yeah.
automatically giving these people, you know, how much credit. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
it's
Sony's
just
taking huge hits right now, anyways, because let's face it, Xbox is doing more things to draw people in. Xbox has brought in the Xbox original backwards compatibility. They've got their own streaming service for their games. What is
Did the
PlayStation
president
doing
just
to
say
keep
that
their
he's
audience
gonna, like release games for other systems though from Xbox? Like he said, Xbox originals might be on other systems. That's what I heard. I don't know.
I heard something like
on other systems?
no, I
Yeah.
heard something.
Yeah.
I heard oh crap. Well, while we're here, Phil Spector said, what did he say? He said something about hold on.
He's like, oh, other games, you know, like our original games are probably going to be on other systems in the future or something. And I was
Yeah,
like,
something like that.
that sounds crazy, but okay.
Well, hey, Mike, I'll say it again. It's just Microsoft's got to do something.
Oh, by the way, I have this stupid mic. All right. One of the other things I almost forgot to mention, though, is in
There you go.
right there. Hello.
There you go.
Yeah, you're here.
Killing me. In the Sony Rewards program, they've also included that it does also apply to things purchased within the store itself, not just video games.
Oh,
So if you rent a movie, that counts as, I believe, 200 points. If you
nice.
if you rent a Sony movie, that counts as 500 points.
Interesting.
Okay.
It's weird nickel and diming that they've put together through the store itself, and it's like, what?
Well, you know.
Okay, that's not.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
And here's the actual list for the trophy call. So 100 silver trophies will get you 100 points.
Wow.
25 gold trophies will get you 250 points.
Oh my god! That is
And as he said, 10 platinum will get you 1,000 points, and the 1,000 equals $10.
that's
so
ridiculous.
crazy.
That's
Oh my
insane. That's insane.
Just like
Oh my
how many hours like that takes.
I'll be able to buy like a
silver.
DLC costume from like Street Fighter 5. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Wow,
Gosh.
that's crazy.
It's one of those where I'm like, it's cool. I'm glad they're trying to come up with stuff that works for the gamers. But could they do something that didn't really feel like, fuck you, we'll give you a couple cents here and there. Sorry for the language. I know I shouldn't be using it, but
Oh, that's fine. That's like nickel and diming people. Oh, my god, that's
Really
terrible.
is.
absolutely.
Wow. Yeah.
That's insane. I don't even understand.
And then the funniest part is the idea that I get that bronze isn't going to be worth a lot. But come on, make 1,000 bronze 100 points.
Yeah.
It's like, why not include it?
Yeah, I mean that's because I don't even know. I know I've got like a ton of bronze and bronze. I mean, I can understand bronze
And
not
that's
being
where
anything,
most people have them.
but I got a lot of silver ones too, and I'm like, well, that'd be cool, but I don't know.
Well, and that's just it again. I've been using the trophy system since 2009. I have 3 platinum trophies. That's it.
Yeah.
In almost 10 years of gameplay, I have 3 platinums.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
And again,
don't-
there are those completionists, but it's absolutely insane to realize that it's a perk that really, first off, most people aren't going to care about once they realize that it's not retroactive.
Yes. Yeah.
But on top of it, the amount of work that actually goes into it, where you have to buy more games to get these points,
right.
it's not worth it.
No, it's
not. No.
I think it's insane. I mean, it is a cool concept to have. Okay, to give you another reason to
No, absolutely.
try to platinum your game or whatever to
Yeah.
get more
your
gameplay out
games,
of it.
Get all the trophies you can. But,
But nobody really. I don't know. I guess maybe people did care. I'm just not one of those guys. I've never been one of. I've never been an achievement whore or a trophy whore. I just never.
Yeah.
And somebody will go, "Oh man, this game was an easy 1,000 achievement points." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I'll tell you this. I
Yeah.
don't know anyone who's talking positively about this. It's like most everyone's like, okay, this is another stupid thing Sony's doing. Who cares?
Yeah, it's like Microsoft. I don't understand. We're getting way off topic, but I mean we're off topic the whole show anyway. But I just don't understand what's going on. I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, Sony's in the lead, and their shit don't stink. Whatever. Um, Microsoft. I don't even know if they're second anymore. I mean, probably console sales, yeah, with the Xbox One X, yeah. Um, I just don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but like, I mean, Sony's doing everything right. Sony's doing everything right, but Nintendo's the only one that's like really people are buying Switch versions of stuff because they want to take it with them or whatever. But Sony, Nintendo actually has you double dipping. If you might have Stardew Valley on Steam, but you're gonna buy Stardew Valley on the Switch. If you have a Switch, you're gonna buy it on Switch.
But yeah, at least in that instance, it counts for the fact that it's a portable version. It makes logical sense where that works.
Right.
It's like, I can't think of any other reason why it would work. One of the other things I was going to talk about with Microsoft, though, now that you mention them, is I actually had not discovered they have gone back on something they did all through the 360. And I was unaware of this up till about 2 months ago. When you lose Xbox Gold, you lose those free games you get now.
Wait, I mean, once you re-up, you get them back, though.
Oh, yeah, you totally get them back, but it's like before on the 360, you used to get to keep them even after you left.
Ooh, I know there was a few games on the 360 you could do it. I didn't think it was all of them.
Every game I've had, because I've lost, I lost and gained my gold a couple times.
Right.
And every game I've ever had on my 360, I was able to keep.
Interesting.
It's like I never noticed this in any.
Well, see, I knew they were going to do that. Well, so when PlayStation started Plus, I mean, PlayStation was like up front. Okay, as long as you have PlayStation Plus, these games are free. Once you do not, you don't. And I think that's when Microsoft did that. I think that's what they did with the one. I think they did because I don't think I've ever lost the Xbox Live on Xbox 360 before. But I know when I lost it on the Xbox One, I lost it on the Xbox One the other day, and I re-upped. But I was like, man, I was out for like 2 days. I was like, man, I can't even play these games. And then I had like my Golden went out, and then I had all those internet problems I had last week where they had to come out and redo my whole line and everything. So I was out with the internet for like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I went to turn on my Xbox just to play anything on my Xbox, and I couldn't play anything. And they were telling me like I had to go because with the Xbox One you have to get on. It has to connect to the internet every day. Even if it's for like 2 seconds, it has to connect to the internet every day, or you can't play anything. And I was like, okay.
I don't actually have one, so this is news to me. I thought that wasn't actually that.
Yeah, I mean that system you have to be online, and you have to. And it has to connect. And once it connects, it'll be okay. Here's your games. These are your games. Blah 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 blah. And my internet was out. I don't think it didn't matter about my gold or whatever. I think my gold was still good. I had to, you have to go into your settings on your Xbox One, and there's a My Xbox setting. You have to go into there and make that your home Xbox or something. Then you can play it offline. But you have to do that while you're connected to the internet.
Okay, actually, I understand that because now with Xbox One, you are able to put your account on another system and they can share, I think, your gold as well as your games.
Yeah. But I mean,
I understand that, but it's the idea that with the gold now taking them away.
Right. See, I never noticed that, but I always thought that was the way that worked. You had to have gold to keep your games. I always thought that. Because I don't even remember. Yeah. Wow.
Every game I've had on 360, it's like I actually don't have my gold right now. I can pull up any game from the gold service over the last. God,
so that's any of the games with gold that you bought, you can play.
Well, that you claimed on there monthly. I'm talking about the ones you get monthly free.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking. Yeah, the games
All
will
of those,
go. Yeah,
I could go on my Xbox right now and be able to play on the 360.
that's
Whereas, actually, I don't know if that counts for current games, though. I don't know if that
it probably
went
does.
for that
It probably
now.
it probably doesn't cover for current games because I know. Well, yeah. Yeah, I went to turn on my Xbox one day and my internet was out, and my 360 worked just fine. Some games didn't work though. I guess when my gold went, I think
Yeah,
when
but
my gold went, when my gold went out, when my gold expired, some games didn't work.
really,
Yeah,
I've never had that issue on 360.
I think it's the like okay, let's say, all right, because I got no. As long as you paid money, you're good. As long as you pay money, you're good. Okay, because I was thinking about because one game I was playing. I got the game for free, but the DLC I paid for or something, and I couldn't play the game at all. I was thinking, I was like, well, I paid for the DLC. Why
Really?
shouldn't I? And they wouldn't let me play the game at all. I can't remember what game it was. I could be wrong, but I can't remember what game it was. It's been a while. But I was like, yeah, that's something that's weird.
That's interesting. Yeah,
There's a
I've
lot
never
of
heard of that.
yeah, it's a lot of. I mean, I know you can't play. Yeah, well, I know once you lose gold, you cannot
I
play
do have
those
a
games.
question, though. I do have a question. Did you still have your 360, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is this your original 360 or is this a newer 360?
No, it's my elite that my buddy told me will not red ring.
Wow. Kudos for actually listening to him.
Oh no, I listened to no. This dude. Okay, I have been through 5 360s. One one of the 5 is one I actually had it repaired like twice, and the guy was like, "Look, I'm going to tell you exactly which one to buy." And this one had just come out. This was the one. Now there was an elite bundle that came with Kung Fu Panda and Lego Indiana Jones. I think that was it.
Yeah, Lego Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Okay, there was a bundle that had that on the box, and he was like, "Don't get that one." I was like, "What do you mean? Get the one that's it's the elite. Just get that. It's just got the elite on the box. That's it. Just get that one." I was like, "Okay." Sometimes the retailers will give you a pack-in game, whatever. He said that's fine, but if it has it on the cover, do not get it. Just get this specific one. I'm like, okay. And he said, look at the manufacturer's date, and if it's after a certain date, if it's before a certain date, don't get it. If it's after a certain date, get it. So I went and looked, went at Best Buy and looked. I was like, oh, this is good. I went and got it. I've had that system for 5 years. I'm afraid to move it. I'm afraid to touch it. I turn it on. That's it. I was gonna move my desk around, move my. I said no. I'm not gonna leave. I'm leaving my 360 where it is. I'm not messing with it. I'm
so
afraid
my question is this.
It works.
So my question is this then. Possibly because my brother has this issue with his. Did you ever transfer the licenses to the new console?
Yep, I knew that. Okay. I knew about that first day. Yeah, that's a big deal.
All right. Well, yeah, I have no clue why that's happening with yours then, because I've never had that issue with 360.
I mean, if you get a new system and you have to, because I actually bought the transfer cable to transfer all your data from hard drive to hard drive. Like Microsoft was giving that away for free for a while, and then they started charging like $13 or something like that. But I bought mine for like $5. Yeah, you have to do that, and you have to transfer your licenses. Or like anything if you don't transfer it and you just don't ever do it, you have to buy all those games again.
Wow, that's fun.
Unless you just, and they'll tell you. I mean, if you've had, I don't know, Afterburner Climax on Xbox 360, and you get another Xbox, and you don't transfer your license, and you try to play that game. First of all, that game's not listed anymore, and then they're gonna say, "Oh, this game doesn't exist. You don't have this game anymore." And then they'll ask you, "Do you transfer the license yet?" And you go, and then they'll ask you to do it. Usually they'll ask you to do it, so you just transfer the license, but you have to do it for every game.
Oh, absolutely. That's what scares the crap out of me. If mine ever dies, I'll lose Scott Pilgrim, and I don't want to lose that game.
Oh, the thing about it is you won't lose it. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, all you gotta do is just basically just transfer your license. That's it. I mean, but you have to do it if you have a console now and you haven't done it, do it now. Because I mean, even if your Xbox dies and your hard drive dies, you log into a new Xbox with that system, and you just say, "I need to transfer my license." It'll automatically do it now. So I mean, you won't find a new 360 anywhere probably, but with the Xbox One, it'll automatically do it. So you don't have to worry about that now. So they fixed that, which was I didn't know they did that till I just did a little digging, and I was like, I wonder if the license still transfer, and it worked. Like I have all my games, like I can go play. I have all my Xbox 360 games on my 360, and if I want to play them on my Xbox One, where I download them, I don't have to do anything. I just download them, boom, that's it. Yeah, so I mean that works fine. I love my Xbox One, Microsoft. I need more games. That's it. I need to have a reason to keep it. Because all this new stuff's out on PC. I got a powerful PC. I can run it. So, but I think you guys have anything else?
Well, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Xenoblade
Chronicles.
Oh yeah. I thought that direct was really, it's really cool. Like how much they showed and how they're really like trying to, get another IP out there, that people like. I mean, I know it's already like a classic kind of series now because like Chronicles, the first one is like so much money, like online, like you can't. It's like insane, like getting a Wii copy or whatever. But I just think it looks like a really solid game. Like, I mean, I've been reading, people and what they're saying.
You haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles yet?
No, I'm playing it now.
Okay.
I got a discount on the 3DS, so I'm playing that now. But I'm like, I was just reading, what people are saying. They're like, yeah, this is like the most intuitive, intense, RPG battle system, yet. And yeah, I mean,
have you listened to the haters who don't like Xenoblade?
A little bit. I mean, I've seen that people.
What's their main gripe? I can probably tell you right off the bat what it is.
Too much? I don't know. Is it too much?
It's too hard. Yeah, there's too much. It's the learning curve.
Much,
the learning curve on the game is too hard. And
yeah, that's
what the game's built. That game is built that way. It's built that way. That learning curve is steep on purpose. it's to get you to play. I mean, the game. Oh man, it's just the gameplay is just ridiculous.
Yeah, you can literally turn off the UI. You turn off the UI in battle, and you can like just so you can watch it. It's like, wow, I did it. I achieved what I needed to do, and now I'm going to watch it. Okay, it's kind of
okay. What is this?
Crazy.
What?
Yeah, I just saw Allison Mack. Really?
Allison, what?
What?
Oh, yeah. Come on. No. Oh, man. She was my favorite. Oh, man. I love Allison Mack.
Yeah,
what
she's
in the
amazing.
world?
Amazing.
Okay, I had a serious, unhealthy crush on her. But anyway.
Me too. It's okay.
Leading a... This is insane. What is going on in this country? What is going on? Okay, apparently... Oh, my God. This is insane. Okay.
What's going on?
Smallville... Wow. Okay, Allison Mack. She played Chloe on.
Yeah, amazing character.
Chloe on Smallville is under investigation for reportedly leading a sinister-sounding sex cult.
Sounds insane. How is that even?
This sounds like. And this is from comicbookmovie.com. This is not a tabloid site. This is wow. Come on, you guys! Come on, come. This is so. This is so sad. This is. Oh man. This is terrible. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
This country's broken.
I don't know what is. It's Hollywood. I don't know what's going on in Hollywood. I don't understand. I don't know, man. It makes me believe in the Illuminati a little bit. You piss them off, and dude. This is wow. That's okay. Yeah, that's
crazy.
That's disheartening. I'm never shocked by anything. I think I'm a little shocked. I'm like, okay.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. Damn. That's crazy.
What is life? Yeah.
I don't.
So we're ending on a down note, huh?
Wow. That's. I don't even know if it's just weird.
Why is it weird? People are crazy.
I mean, people are crazy, but that's I don't know. That's you know how you kind of like because oh man, what did I'm I met her at Comic-Con a few years ago. Just meet and greet type of deal. I was like, okay, she's cool, blah blah blah, and that's never, man. You just never know what people are into.
No, you never do, never do.
But all this, yeah, all the stuff going on in Hollywood, I just, man. I mean, it's just the next person. If it's, I don't know, the next person, it's gonna be somebody crazy. That was gonna be like, okay, I'm done with Hollywood. I'm done.
Yeah. My mom was like, I was just talking to my mom, and we were talking about this, and she was like, yeah, I mean, if it, like Kevin Spacey just came out and all that stuff about Kevin Spacey, how he's
now Louis C.K. and I was like, oh,
yeah, it's like mom's like, well,
I hate to bring up.
I mean, if it was Tom Hanks,
go ahead.
I don't know.
You guys heard about the whole
like,
Corey Haim thing?
I heard something about that. I saw a blip on that, like, and Corey, I think Corey Feldman is like, no, that didn't happen.
No.
Like Corey Haim was like, yeah, this happened. Like Corey, the other one was like, no.
No. Well, first off, Corey Haim is dead.
That it. Yeah, okay.
But
which one? No, one of the other guys.
Still alive. Feldman is still alive.
Okay. It was the Feldman. Feldman he was talking about that, right?
He has talked about it before in this one in particular, but someone came forward and named who basically sexually assaulted Corey Haim back when they were teenagers. And according to the report, turns out it's Charlie Sheen.
Right. Yeah, Charlie Sheen said no, he didn't. Or something like Charlie Sheen said it didn't happen or something like that. I'm like, yeah.
I believe Charlie Sheen. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Now if this was 1980s, I'd have believed Charlie Sheen.
But
now I'm like, I don't know.
Tiger Blood? No.
I don't know.
Sorry.
You just never know what people are into. Stop doing freaky stuff, people. Damn.
And there's the message for this episode.
Especially if you have a career, let it stop. Get some help. My God, Jesus, that's man. Wow. Anyway, that wrapped up the show. I got to get ready to go in a minute. That's crazy. This was a pretty wild episode. Had a lot of glitches. We had some technical stuff.
Happens.
It happens.
It does. It does happen.
This was a pretty good show. Pretty good episode. I'm okay. At first I was like, man, I'm about to edit out. I'm not going to edit anything. Everything's fine. We're going to leave it like it is. It's fine. We still kept it rolling. So anybody, you guys got shout outs?
Listen to that ending later and just go, nah, we don't really need that last part.
Nope. I'm going to leave it in there. I think I'm going to leave it in there.
Be polarizing.
I'm going to leave it in there. Yep. Because, I'm going to leave it in there. Okay, it's a reaction. It's a reaction. We read it. It was like, whoa, wow, that's crazy.
It was like live. It was literally like right there. Bam.
That's crazy. But you never know, man. But go ahead. I'll let you guys get your shout outs. I'm going to try to play some Mario Odyssey real quick.
Oh, man.
Go ahead.
I don't really have anything. I don't know.
You don't have any shout outs or anything?
Just excited for Mario Party Top 100 tomorrow. My copy's on the way, so I'm excited. I'm gonna play that with my sister. So
that's awesome. Okay, I did want that.
Because my sister and we played. Really, the majority of the ones we played were it was like what, Mario Party 1, and then I played a lot of 4 with her, and we played a lot of 7.
Right.
So, I just think it's cool that they're going to bring all these games, because it's like there's so many great games that they're bringing in from these old games that are like, it's just cool.
Yeah, I can't wait. What about you, Zoe?
Nothing beyond the normal. Just check out all the write-ups and reviews and topics going on Real Otaku Gamer, obviously. So that's always a good place to get some good information.
All the time.
Yeah, we're getting ready to. I'm getting ready to retool some stuff with our news, so you'll be able to get more stuff now. So hopefully,
even better. But I guess if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter. Winter's Moon Song is the handle on Twitter. And I put up reviews, rants about random crap, usual stuff.
Yep, you do great work.
Is that what people call it?
Something like that. You play well, or I don't know what that means. I don't know. Something like that. Something like that.
By the way, granted, I'm working on the review right now, but Sonic Forces is not as bad as people have made it out to be.
see, and that's the thing. A good friend of mine who I really trust was like, "Don't even bother." He was like,
I've
it's
heard
cool.
so much.
He
about
was like,
people
he was
saying
like,
that.
it's cool for a few minutes. He said there's actually some parts that it's really cool, and then it just falls apart. I was like, damn, really? He's like, yeah, it just falls apart. I was like, oh, okay. And then one of my other good
Okay,
friends was
granted,
like,
I'm not that far.
my other good friends was like, hey, it's actually pretty good. I was like, okay, so I'm kind of on the up and up. So if you said it's not as bad as it's, I'll check it out then.
My biggest complaint with it so far, and again, I'm only about 9 levels in, but my biggest complaint so far is the fact that considering the game was designed on be a character in the Sonic world,
Mm-hmm.
the created character part is very, very thin.
Oh, okay.
That's the biggest issue I have so far. Other than that, it's not a bad Sonic game. I really don't know where the true hate is coming from, other than people who really enjoy hating on Sonic.
That could be it.
Yeah.
You did get a lot of that, so.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of a tangent off there, so.
God, I wish we'd have got our review copy, but anyway, can't have everything. Let's see. I have my shout outs. Well, you guys know how to find me. New Taco Man 5000 on Twitter, Taco Man 5000 everywhere. If you want to add me on Xbox Live, it's a Taco Man 5G because Microsoft would let me have my old Link Tag back. And I didn't want to pay money for it, so I said it's mine. I owned it, so I don't want to pay it. Anyway, RealTacoGamer.com is the site. You guys check us out. We are looking for new writers and podcasters and all kinds of stuff. So if you guys want to join the team, just hit us up on Twitter or Facebook. We don't have anything else yet. I haven't made anything else yet. The Twitter account for the ROGcast I'll probably put that up probably this weekend. I'm trying to make a logo for it. I gotta figure out a logo, so I might have to get Zoe to help us out on the logo.
I was just gonna say we should talk about that.
I just put you on the spot, but yeah, I appreciate you guys. I'm glad we're doing the show. I'm glad it's keep it consistent. I will be stepping away from the show eventually to let you guys run with it. So, but that will keep my voice off the air.
Oh yeah, because you're in 5.
I hate my voice. God, I can't stand it. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Keep playing what you play what you like. Quit listening to critics. Play the games for yourself. Be good to each other, please. Oh my God. Yeah, that's it for us. We will talk to you guys later. See you next time. Hopefully next week with a full team.
Yeah.
With a full team. So, and thanks for listening.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.
Peace.
Peace.